Welcome to Close Distant Relatives podcast about two siblings who remain close despite a large age difference and living states apart. I'm Connor.
And I'm Megan.
Welcome to our Thursday edition of our podcast. We're going to
Well,
start off,
it's
well,
Thursday
first,
today.
right, right, exactly. That's what I said. Um, you got your hair done, first of all,
I
so
did. It's a lot blonder. Um, I feel like it's not picking up in the camera, but it's very cute.
that's okay. It looks great.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Um, no, we're gonna start off this week just like last week and talk about what you are snacking on or drinking this week or currently because I saw you drinking something.
I was gonna say this is my dessert tonight because I went on a run. But yes,
Very
I am
nice.
drinking wine tonight. Um, because it is Mother's Day week. I mean, it was last week, but technically this week. So yes, red wine, and also my snack, don't have it today, very disappointing, but um, my snack of the week is we went to my favorite winery in the area on Mother's Day with our mother, and they have the best donuts, like the best donuts. So we got a bunch, and they were delicious.
Are
The
I can't.
kind.
Yeah, yeah. I can't remember like them specifically, but I feel like the donuts were good. I mean, it's hard to like find a place that does like bad donuts in a
Mm-hmm.
place like that. So. Yeah, which I'm excited because next week we get Quality Dairy donuts, so
Mm-hmm.
that'd be nice.
Which those are really good too. Yeah, and they did at the winery like a couple weeks ago. They did have cherry donuts, but they didn't have them when we went. They had butterscotch, and I don't like butterscotch, so we didn't get any.
Ooh, I do. I like butterscotch. Well, that sounds good. What kind of wine is it?
It's red. I don't know, like a red blend. It's good.
Okay, nice. It's blue Gatorade,
Blue Gatorade.
like it blue Kool-Aid. What's the flavor? Blue.
Oh, well, no. It's called red blend.
Yeah, I know. I know. I'm just joking. Um, and but yeah, so I don't have anything besides water right now. But we made this little like drink concoction that's we have leftovers pineapple Fanta from months ago, which we don't drink Fanta like that type of
Okay.
soda at all. But we have some in the cupboard, and then we had some like cream of coconut as well, and so we mixed it up with ice, kind of made like a mocktail pina colada, and it was phenomenal. It was very good. And
Sounds good.
yeah. And I also had a cinnamon roll last night and tonight that my wife had made. And so yeah, been eating some cinnamon rolls. There's no more in the freezer. She had made a bunch for my birthday, so we're at the tail end.
Disappointing.
But yeah, that's what I've been eating for my snacks. So but yeah, happy Mother's Day. This is
Thank
going to be
you.
our Mother's Day themed podcast
Mhm.
episode. Obviously, we've talked about Megan being a mother, and so yeah, we're going to talk about some Mother's Day topics. And did you have something you wanted to start off with?
I did. Can we? Okay. So our daycare does, has the kids make Mother's Day gifts. And the one I got from my youngest was so cute. It was a little portrait, or not portrait, it was like a painting of her foot, and they made it into like a bird or something. It was super cute. My son, he did one of those questionnaires all about my mom. Super
Hmm.
sweet, super cute. He knew my name. It's great. He knew my favorite color, which is impressive because
That's impressive.
I didn't know he knew that. Two things I wanted to mention, or I guess technically three. So it says my mom's favorite food is Chick-fil-A. Not my favorite food, his favorite food. My favorite food that my mom makes is chicken, which is probably true, but I just love that there's chicken in there twice. But this is the best
Hmm.
one. This is just just great. And I want to save this forever so he can see how funny he is. But one of the questions was the funniest thing my mom does is, and he said, well, she's really not that funny.
That's awesome. That's
So, yep. So that's my quote of the week. I'm just really not that funny.
give it up to him. Oh my gosh,
Yep.
that's hilarious. He's so funny.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So my little
Love
3-year-old
that.
comedian. What about you?
Oh wow. I'm gonna bring that up to you so much, just so you know. But no, we were talking about our son, we were talking about like we made my wife a card and flowers, stuff like that. Made her some food, and he wanted to say something about my wife specifically, and we wrote it out and gave it to her. And then afterwards, she was like, "Oh, that's so sweet. Like, what do you mean by this?" And it was basically saying that like you're not really scared of anything. And but he said he was like, "Well, I wanted to write this saying that she's scared of this and this." And he was like, "Not like dad though. Not dad's not scared of anything. Remember when he killed that snake?" And she was like, "He's scared of snakes." And he was like, "No, he's not." And I was like, "Yes, I am." And he was like, "No, you're not scared of snakes." Like, no. And I was like, "What are you talking about? I'm terrified." And he was like, "You killed it though." And then just like wouldn't hear me that I was like scared of anything. He's like, "Nah, you're lying."
You're supposed to play it up. You're like, yeah, I'm not scared of anything. But then he
Yeah,
might bring home a
I'm
snake,
sure.
so then that
Yeah,
might
I'm
light a
not doing
fire.
that.
So maybe never mind. But you should be like, yeah, of
Yeah,
course. I'm not scared of anything. I'm the
yeah. No,
best.
I'm not doing that. Yeah. No, it's just funny because I was like, I'm definitely scared of some things, but okay.
That is so
Oh,
funny.
because
Love
I had
that.
to kill some scorpions too.
Oh, don't have those
Yeah,
here.
yeah. Don't love that they're here. So
I also like, I don't want to jinx it because I am in the area where it would happen, but I have not seen a spider, like a actual like spider, like big spider,
yeah.
or a centipede yet this year.
Ah, we saw
So,
a silverfish recently.
oh God, you just reminded
Yeah,
me. Oh, I haven't seen one of those either. But again, I am in the spot where it would happen, so I said it. And now I'm gonna see one, so now I'm paranoid.
yeah, yeah. And we're gonna be doing this, and there's gonna be one like on the
God, no,
back
I
wall.
will
I'm like,
run
yo,
away. It will be end of the
be like, we're
podcast,
ending this. Yeah, we're
and we're
ending
done.
this.
Mm-hmm.
We're done with this. We're done with this. Okay, cool. So I'm glad you enjoyed your Mother's Day.
Thank you. I did.
In an ideal world, what is your best way to celebrate Mother's Day or Mother's Day weekend?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. See, this is tough because it's like, do I want to be with my kids or do I not want to be with my kids? Because
That's
it's
fair.
tough. Like you want to be with them, but then also like I would love to be with them, but somebody else is completely in charge of them. You know, like
Right. Yeah.
like memories and times with them, but when they're like being awful or annoying, like someone else is taking care of them.
Deal with it.
So I
Yeah.
guess anywhere where that could happen, like I don't know, like on vacation on a beach, maybe I have like a nanny and they can like keep track of the kids and I can like hang out with them, have fun
Fair.
memories,
Fair.
and then at any time they're not behaving, then they could go away.
Fair enough. I mean, I
Yeah.
can't blame you on that. That seems like a pretty standard Mother's Day.
Mhm.
Pretty solid Mother's Day. I'm
Mhm.
sure there's some wine involved or some
Oh yes.
margaritas or something involved
Oh, 100%.
within that as well.
Do you want to?
Do you have any stories about our mom surrounding Mother's Day or any stories surrounding our mom that you want to share?
It's really tough because I feel like as the only girl in the family, a lot of my memories are annoyances with her. not like happy memories. And that sounds really bad because she's a good mom. I don't want to say that. I just feel like those are like my go-to memories.
Yeah.
So I was having a hard time thinking of them, but I was going to talk about the conversation her and I had on Sunday because
Hmm.
we went to the winery with her. And first of all, she looks great. She's lost like, I think she told me like 75 pounds or something. Not that she didn't look great before, but like she looks really good. It's been something that, she has struggled with for a while, but she looks really good. And she goes, yeah, I think I'm just trying to like justify getting a tummy tucker. Like if I see a good deal for a tummy tucker, like I think she'd like mommy makeover or something, I'm doing it. And I was like, well, I mean, it's kind of like cheaper now, like it's more available. She's like, yeah, we'll see. And I go, well, I'm getting Botox on my 35th birthday because that's my next birthday. I'm like, do you want to go with me? Because my best friend's already going to go with me. And she's like, oh, yeah. She's like, well, you don't need Botox. And I was like, well, I feel like I do. I was like, do you want to go? And she's like, yeah. So apparently we're getting Botox on my 35th birthday.
Wow. Wow.
And our mom, like, she's not girly at all. Not that like Botox is, but the only like girly thing she does is get her nails done. So I thought she'd be like, no. But she was like, yeah. So apparently that's what we're doing.
Wow. Hell
Yeah.
yeah. Congrats.
Thank you.
That's gonna be
I'm
super fun for you guys.
excited.
This is the only political thing I'll say. That's gender affirming care.
Except for it's not because insurance doesn't pay for it, is what I'll say. Because that's the argument there.
Ah. No. No, that's fun. That's shocking. I didn't think that she would agree to go. And who knows if she actually will, but
Oh yeah.
still kind of funny that she said yes regardless.
No
I
hesitation
mean,
either. She was like, heck yeah. So
good. Good
yeah.
for her. Do it. If that's what she wants to do, yeah. I mean, it's something that she's always struggled with, and I know both you and I have a little bit or a lot of bit of negative self-talk in our own self
Mm-hmm.
because of what we witnessed from her in how she speaks about herself and others' body shape or weight wise. So
Mm-hmm.
I think, if that's something that she wants to do, definitely go for it. Hell yeah. I'll get my nose fixed at one point in my life when I have more than $12 in my bank account. So,
Well,
I'll get
except for
that
you
fixed.
need it for like a medical reason.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, so does she, honestly. She needs to get her nose fixed too. She
Yeah.
snores
Oh
so
my
loud
gosh.
that she wakes herself up from snoring. And she always has. Like, her
Hmm.
snore is so loud.
Yeah. It's obviously we both stayed in that one bedroom at different points in our life,
Mm-hmm.
and you could hear it. I could in high
Like,
school I could
shares
hear
a
it
wall with
over.
our parents.
Yeah. I could hear it over the fan,
Mm-hmm.
and we're a good 15, 20 yards away. 20 is a lot, but we're a good 15 yards away,
Mm-hmm.
and you can hear it over the fan. I'm like, yo, get, you gotta fix that. Which I love my wife, but she's getting to
Yeah.
that as well. She was taking some medicine and it made her super sleepy,
Mm-hmm.
and she went to bed at like 8:30 p.m. I had to wake her up multiple times because I was like, hey, I might have to go lay on the couch because this is so loud. Luckily,
Yeah.
she's no longer on the medicine, but there was a certain point I was like, this is so loud. I have
You
to.
should be used to it. I feel like we're
I
conditioned.
mean, I'm pretty used to it, but it was like another level
Mm.
because she had to take some Benadryl as well.
Mm.
So it just knocked her out. But yeah, I don't
Do you
have
not
any.
snore?
No, not
Not with your
really.
deviated septum?
Mm-mm. Only when I lay on my like flat back, I'll snore
Mm.
sometimes, but not usually. The only thing that'll happen is like it'll whistle a little bit on the like when I breathe out,
Mm.
but that's pretty much it. So,
Yeah. I hate when that
which
happens, when you
thankfully,
get that like little
yeah,
whistle and like it won't go away.
yeah.
I hate that. I have had to like, Joel doesn't really snore, but like I've had to a couple times like hit him in the middle of his sleep, like stop, move, because you're loud.
Yeah, and I'll bleep his name out. Um,
Oh well, I was gonna say everybody knows my husband. I don't really think it matters.
okay, I didn't know if you wanted me to bleep it out or not.
I'm not gonna say the
Um,
kids' names, but I don't think that matters.
okay, yeah, I mean, your husband literally is on the platform we post on, so
Yeah, yeah, I don't think that
yeah,
matters.
okay. Um, I don't have any Mother's Day stories from our mom that I can think of. Um, I don't know. There's not one that like is a core memory for me surrounding Mother's Day. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I have a lot of stories. Obviously, Megan and I grew up in a different household. I mean, she was in the household for much of my young life, and then middle school hit, and then it was just me. So I have stories of all of us together and then us separately. But um, I think I think the one story that I have with mom, which is semi around just time period of Mother's Day, but it has nothing to do with Mother's Day. But I was in high school and I had tore or really aggravated my hamstring, my high hamstring in like my sophomore year. And I had to go to the trainer, and instead of getting like icy hot or ice or something like that, they put it's like this like tacky balm. It's called Red Hot,
Mm,
and it's literally just like hot therapy on your muscle.
mm-hmm,
But it was like more watery than it should have been. And so it's on my high hamstring, and
mm-hmm,
I had to call mom, and she picked me up. I could not sit nor stand without being in like aggravating pain,
mm-hmm,
and mom laughed the entire ride home. She was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she laughed the entire ride home. I
mm-hmm.
was like, "I am in pain." And she was like, "I know, I can tell you're in pain," but she just could not stop laughing at the fact that I had red hot in a area that shouldn't be that way. So that was
Mm-hmm.
fun. That was fun for me. But that's I just remember because it was around Mother's Day. But,
Gotcha.
yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, you had some news topics you wanted to talk
Mm-hmm.
about.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So I don't want to talk about. I want to talk about something not in the main news, or I guess one of the
Hmm.
things is, but just there's so much horrible, awful, dystopian things. So I'm going to talk about things that would be front page news if everything else wasn't going on. So one,
Right.
did you see that um, the how do you say that? Murders, the guy um, got his
The
conviction
dad?
overturned. Yeah,
Yeah,
the one
I
who
did see that.
absolutely did it. Yeah, so it was overturned for something to do with like the jury or the clerk or something like that. I didn't read too much into it. I should have. So that's crazy because he absolutely did it. I mean, I'm all for, I want trials to run how they should and everything be, how it should be and by the rule because, if it's a horrible person who committed a terrible crime, I want them to be in prison forever or whatever their ruling is. Um, but yeah, so that's crazy. And then also, so did you want to say anything about that?
Yeah, I did see that, and I wanted to read more up on
Mm-hmm.
that because I was going to talk to you about that anyways. Outside of this, I think that's crazy. And I just looked it up from the New York Times. The state Supreme Court said that a shocking jury interference by a court clerk who oversaw jurors during the 2023 trial meant that the convictions and life sentence must be overturned. And it doesn't go into any other detail other than that, besides it was overturned because of that. Now they are going to have a retrial, it seems,
Mm-hmm.
but it can't be like the same court proceeding. So I'm interested to know how that's going
Mm-hmm.
because you can't technically, obviously, you can't technically charge him for the same thing that
Hmm.
they already went through trial. So, yeah,
Yeah, and I do feel like if I remember right, because I did watch the documentary, and then my best friend and I, who are literally the same person, we talked about it a lot. And I do feel like there was one either murder or major crime that he wasn't charged with. So I don't know if maybe this will open him up to being charged with that. I don't know. So it'll be interesting to see. But obviously, sad, like more taxpayer money and more drawn out
yeah,
trials for the victims and everything. So, or the victims' families, other than him. Anything
yeah.
else you wanted to say about that one?
No, no, that's it.
All right, and then the other one, so a lot about cruises going on. So there's the hantavirus. There was another one that had
Hmm.
a norovirus outbreak, which obviously not as deadly, but horrible. Anybody who's ever had the norovirus, you want to die. And then there was another one. Did you see the third one recently where um, many people who were working with cruise ships, a few, from the headlines, it looks like all, but apparently it's only a few who are associated with Disney cruises, have been, I think, just extradited. Not even what that's when you get sent to another country, right? Not even charged or like, but extradited because they were in like a child sex abuse ring making CSA. So,
I mean, you said Disney, right?
so yes, because the headline that I originally saw it was like 40 people, and it made it sound like it was 40 people from Disney Cruises, but I think it was
Hmm.
actually only like seven or something like that. But still, I mean, that's way too many. It's horrible. One would be too many, but
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's crazy to
mm-hmm,
begin with, but it's honestly, if you like, it doesn't surprise me that the someone in the cruise industry like this is happening,
mm-hmm.
and I also don't think it's crazy to say that someone within Disney is a
Oh
part of
yeah.
it either.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that no, I didn't see that. That's crazy. So sad too.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
So
Um,
if
yeah.
anybody needed another reason to not go on a cruise, you got three right there. So
You got,
yeah.
yeah. And we go back and forth whether the new virus is real or not, or if we should be the people should be sheltered or they shouldn't, or there's a confirmed case or there's not. We don't know. It's up in the air because no one wants to tell what's going on. So it's
Mm-hmm.
super fun. I love it. I love
Mm-hmm.
what we're going through.
I
Um,
think,
yeah,
sorry, I think the latest I've seen, so it's definitely real. Like hantavirus is definitely
yeah.
real. It's been around for a long time. It's not anything new. But
Hmm.
also coronavirus wasn't new. That version was. Um, But I do think that, and I think we talked about this a little bit last week, that a lot of the headlines are like new case or person that was tested positive is now in critical
Exposed or
condition.
yeah.
But then you see later, nope, it's still just the same like five people or whatever. There's no more. So it's just like
Hmm.
headlines constantly, or it'll be like, oh, five more people are in isolation, but only because they were associated with people who were on the cruiser. So I
Yeah.
feel like that makes things hard to like weed through, to see what is actually
Yeah.
real and what you should actually be concerned with. But I will say it does make me feel a little bit better because I feel like now we're like what 2, 3 weeks out and it's only the handful of cases. It's like okay, well, it definitely
Yeah.
doesn't spread like COVID did.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true. I mean, hopefully it stays that way.
Hmm.
I mean, hopefully that the there'll be what were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say, but also now RFK is in charge of everything. So it could just all be a lie. But I hope
Yeah.
that most of it is true, what I have been reading. And
Yeah,
yeah,
that's what I was
yeah,
kind of alluding to is like we
yeah.
don't know if it's what is actually happening, what's not happening, what's, getting released and what's not. So I'll kind of segue this into like not real stuff so we kind of veer away from politics a little bit. But
Hmm. Hmm.
this is my news story that I wanted to share, and we've talked about this off podcast before, but 1 in 4 job postings on LinkedIn are likely to be ghost jobs, which is
Hmm.
absolutely insane. Uh, just a insane stat. I'm pretty sure it's above 25%. It's like 28% are ghost jobs, which a economy and a job market that has just a surplus of people
Hmm.
is, yeah, especially with someone who's looking for a job, is just daunting and scary and horrible to see because it's like, you could be on a job posting, you're like, oh, this looks great, and then nothing ever happens with it, you know? So
Hmm.
that's something that I saw and I've been talking to some of my friends about that are also applying to jobs. It's just frustrating.
Yeah. Yeah. I was going to say you wanted to get away from politics, but I also feel like it has something to do with, we have all these job numbers. We don't have unemployment. And, well, yeah,
Yeah.
we don't if you're looking at the fake jobs that are being posted. Um,
Yeah.
but again, I don't want to
Or
talk about that part of it.
yeah, or like AI gets
Yeah. Oh, no.
involved, like I knew when I lost my job a year ago, I knew it was coming when I walked around and looked at the new posters that were on the wall. And at the very bottom, like the blurb that was written said Chat
Hmm.
GPT, and I was like, you got to be kidding me. You
Hmm.
have an entire global marketing team that I'm a part of, and you're having Chat GPT write this for you.
Hmm.
And I was like,
Hmm.
awesome, this is great.
Yeah. It is so crazy, too, like in this time period where, we both have kids in school. And like, what is that teaching our kids that, oh, you can just ask AI anything and they can just give you the answer and you don't have to actually learn it? When we were
Yeah.
raised up, like, you're not going to have a calculator in your pocket, which obviously we all now do, which that's great.
Hmm.
That's nice that the iPhones have calculators. But like, I feel I've gone to, my job is very much not one that you can use AI for. Like
Yeah.
I think I'm pretty safe from AI. I mean, you never know, but
Yeah, that's
it's
fair.
a very hands-on job where you need to, observe and measure things and make decisions based on that, and it changes minute to minute. So I don't really think that a computer could do that, at least not in my lifetime. But I went to a conference a couple years ago, and the conference was about, or the speaker that I went to at the conference was about how to use AI in our job. And I was just thinking the whole time, like, my job is, I'm bound by HIPAA. And I'm just thinking, how can we use AI when I'm bound by
Yeah.
HIPAA? I can't give AI that information, right? And also, how's it
Right.
going to help?
Yeah.
So it's just very interesting that now it's like being pushed so much, and it's like, why?
Yeah. It's strange. It's really weird to, especially like you brought up a good point about schools, and I saw a couple things on Twitter, and obviously this is, who knows if it's real or not, but someone posted one of their books that they had for college, and there was a blurb in it that was still like from the GPT, like, if you want more information on this, like let me know. And it just left it in there for printing. It didn't even take out like the copy paste
Mm-hmm.
AI print,
Mm-hmm.
just left it in there. And I was like, that's crazy. That's absolutely insane.
Yeah.
I it's scary. I mean, because like we don't know what that even means moving forward for
Mm-hmm.
education. And obviously, we've already seen our society kind of deem edu education in a lesser view than previous.
Mm-hmm.
Because obviously, the way we were raised is like you go to high school, you go to college, you get a good education. If you want a better paying job and progress your career, you go get a master's. Um, and I obviously we both got our masters, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm on the back end of that, of like I feel like I was like tricked because I got a master's, and then they're like, well, we don't care, like we have AI to do the job, like.
Yeah.
So it's a weird time to be in our age, I guess.
Mm-hmm. I do feel hopeful that it will backfire and people will start to realize, like, we don't need AI. Like, I do think there are like some instances where AI probably is helpful and
Yeah.
good. Um, but we don't need it to dictate our whole lives or run everything for us.
Mm-mm.
And I'm hopeful that people will start to wake up to, and I do feel like people have started to wake up to that. I don't know if you saw that TikTok of, it was like a lady giving a speech at a commencement ceremony for,
Yeah, yeah,
it was like, people graduating with art degrees, and she was standing up there talking about how great AI is, and they all booed her and were like, what are you talking about? Like, we're here because we graduated and we did this great thing, and you're going to talk about AI that wants to take our jobs, or like,
yeah.
take away this degree that we work for. So I'm hopeful that people will start to wake up and it will kind of backfire and fizzle out a little bit.
Yeah, I'm hopeful too, because I mean, just in the smallest like portion of that, not even to get into like degrees and stuff, it just takes
Mm-hmm.
away some of those core skills that you have as a person, like
Mm-hmm.
even just that drive to learn more knowledge or whatever that is, like it just takes that away, and you can be like, I'll just ask Chat GPT
Right.
or I'll just ask Perplexity. Like when before you're like, oh, let me learn about that,
Mm-hmm.
which is just, yeah, that's just not there right now
Yeah.
anymore. So
Do you
yeah.
know about? I just learned about this. You probably already do because I'm kind of like a grandma when it comes to technology. But um, do you know about how, like, when you Google things, you can do like minus AI, so the little AI
Hmm.
word doesn't come up? I've been trying to be really good about using that because I use it and you still get good information right at the top. Like, you almost forget what Google
Hmm.
was like before they added that AI feature,
Yeah.
and there's still like a blurb at the top. It's just not AI. It's just like what the most popular like article is or whatever. Like, it,
Yeah.
So it's still right there most of the time.
Yeah. Yeah. That's fair. I mean, I do the same thing, try to not use AI in it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, it is weird too, because like me being in marketing and knowing like SEO and SEM, which is like how you get to the top of the search bar if you search whatever in Google, and how that's changed. And even like in the SEO, like there's the use of AI, which ranks how things get brought to the front. It's just crazy how it's all like
Mm-hmm.
intertwined, but that's where we're at right now in society. So,
Yeah.
whatever. We'll hopefully get past it. Um, yeah. Okay. Did you have any other news stories or anything else you wanted to share? I know you had a separate list from mine.
That was it for news stories. I
Okay.
did. Um, well, were we going to talk about shows we've been watching or
Hmm.
sports or whatever? I'm sure you're still watching the Pistons, even though it's been a lot sadder this week.
Yeah.
They're still in it though.
Tough. Still in it.
Yeah.
They're still in it. They still get a chance, but man, we won't talk about that.
Yeah.
But yeah,
What are
go
you
ahead.
watching?
Like you said, I'm watching the Pistons, and then we just got done watching Scrubs. Even we watched the reboot season as well, and that was okay. I don't know if you ever watch Scrubs? So like the
Not
last
interested.
season, yeah, the last like season on Scrubs, they went to med school. It was a complete different world than the original like 5 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
And so med school got like terrible reviews, so they rebooted it and brought it back to like the original cast and original
Mm.
hospital. It was pretty good. Um, Definitely everyone's a lot older and they have to like kind of mesh the storylines, and it just, I don't know, it's not as funny as it was the first couple shows, or seasons. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, we watched that, and then what else have we been watching? There's another show we've been watching. Um, our son and I think I said this last time, our son and I are watching Malcolm in the Middle.
Mm-hmm.
So, but those are the two shows. Oh, we just finished Bridgerton too. I
Mm-hmm.
watched Bridgerton, the newest season, with my wife. She's already seen it like 5 times, but yeah, I watched it with her.
and this kid hates accents.
I do. I do. And listen, I married someone that loves Irish and Scottish accents, and we
There's
joke
a
that
couple
she
things that
is,
you hated that she does, but now you love it, which is great. But I'm like,
yeah,
okay.
it's something that I when we were dating, I was like, well, this is I'm gonna have to not hate this anymore. So yeah, no, we joke that she's very much like our mother, and she is,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm aware.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's a
yeah.
good one. We could talk about our mom, and then has dragged our dad along too. Our Irish and Scottish band groupies.
Yes.
They
Yes, they
love,
are.
love, love, love Irish and Scottish music, and they follow these bands, and they go to their concerts, and they go to their festivals. And some of the
They go
bands,
to
like,
the
they're not like, they're like rock bands. I mean, it's
yeah,
Scottish and Irish. They're like rock bands. They're like partying. They're probably
yeah.
drinking,
And like
doing
our
drugs.
dad
Not
doesn't
not our
drink
parents,
at
but
all.
like, and they're in the not in the mosh pit, but probably behind it.
Yeah, and like our mom drinks wine, but she doesn't like drink, and our dad doesn't
No.
drink at all. So it's so weird that they are
Well, he likes
involved.
like a cider, so he might go like and have like
Yeah,
a cider like the whole weekend.
yeah.
Um,
But
and
they
then
they
yeah.
also travel to like Milwaukee and like Dayton, or
Hmm.
not Dayton, Ohio, but like a random place in Ohio,
Yeah,
um,
every
to
year.
watch. I mean, I'm happy that they have that together, but it's
Hmm.
just funny. It's funny that they
And
have
they
that.
wear like the band t-shirts all the time. And they talk about it like it's like mainstream. And again, it's probably mainstream there, like overseas, but like
Yeah.
nobody here knows what they're talking about.
Mm-mm.
So
Not at
that
all.
is that is a funny little thing about them.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Speaking of which, our son came home the other day talking about like instruments that he wants to, that they were talking about him playing in school.
Mm-hmm.
And he jokingly just said the bagpipes. And I was like,
Mm.
please no. And my wife looked at me and they both laughed. And he laughed just because my wife laughed. But
Mm-hmm.
she laughed because she was like, Connor hates the bagpipes. And I was like, please don't pick the bagpipes. He didn't. He
That's
didn't
crazy
pick the
that that's an
bagpipes.
option.
I don't think it was. I
I
think
feel
he
like
was
we
just
had
being,
like three options when that was
yeah. Well,
weirder.
it's an international music
Mm.
assembly for the last day of school. So they
Oh,
mend like all the cultures together. But he's not playing the bagpipes. But yeah, I was like, please don't.
yeah, that'd be rough, real rough,
Yeah.
especially with a baby
Yeah.
who's
Yeah.
practicing.
She'd probably love it, to be honest.
Yeah,
She'd think it was great.
be like, cool, keep me up. That sounds great.
Yeah. Let's go. She loves her brother, so yeah.
That's cute.
Okay. What are you watching?
Okay, so I was laughing when I wrote this down, but this week I am actually finally catching up with Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. So I'm on, I
Of
think, the
course.
last episode because I took a break for a little
Okay.
bit because my TLC shows came back. So then I was watching those. I think it was
Mhm.
like 3 days a week. That's a lot, I was busy. But now I'm catching up on the last season, um, which has been pretty good. Not as good as previous seasons, but still pretty good. And then I also, so for my job, I have to, um, every couple months I have to spend a lot of time writing reports.
Mhm.
And when I do that, I always watch Supernatural. And I have like 3 reports this week, so I just been watching a lot of Supernatural. I
Ah,
love it.
okay.
I love it.
Did you know my wife loves Supernatural as well?
Mm-hmm.
You did. They're down or one of them's from this area, this
I
Austin,
think they
Texas
both live
area.
there.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they're
They have
in
a
like the Dripping
restaurant, right?
Springs. Yeah, they're in like the Dripping Springs area, the
Mm-hmm.
southwest of Austin. So,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but yeah. Well, that
I did
sounds
know that.
fun. I'm not surprised on the Mormon Wives. I know that's something that you love to watch,
I
so I'm
do.
not surprised on that. Yeah, I started the documentary, a docu-series that you told me. I got 12 minutes in, and someone woke up, and
Oh,
so
okay.
then I stopped, and then just haven't been able to start it again. So this weekend is looking like it will be the time where I can watch
Okay.
it.
I thought you were gonna
So
say like you turned it off after 12 minutes. I was about to be like, what?
no, no, it seems interesting. I wasn't able to sit down and watch it yet.
Fair.
Uh, so that's unfortunate, but that's okay. We'll get there. Um, there was there was another thing I was going to tell you about something that happened locally here.
Uh-huh.
Um, in so we live in an apartment complex, as you
Hmm.
know, and I was talking to uh my friend or old roommate, and he has his own apartment here on the other side of the complex. And
Hmm.
it's kind of weird because it's like family over here, and like over there's like a lot of like single people,
Hmm.
and a lot of like one bedroom or studios. And he had a friend over that stayed the night and left the next morning and was like, "Where's my car?" And they saw like the glass on the ground. Their car had been stolen.
Ooh.
And then he walked down this morning and someone had slashed his tires, like huge gash on his tires. And he was like, so like the apartment complex has to like set up more cameras over there and like do better like lockdown stuff. Which is weird because we're in the country. Like we're not we're not near.
Yeah.
It's very strange.
You
So
guys
yeah,
gotta get
that's
out of
what's been
there. That
happening.
doesn't sound good.
Yeah, yeah, love to. Would love
Yikes.
to.
Yikes. Well, that's not good. I'm glad he's okay.
Yeah, me too. He took a picture. He was like, "Yo, what is happening?" I was like, "Yikes! Someone's got to." I was like, "Do you have an enemy? Are they
Yeah, I was gonna
upset
say,
because
is
you?"
somebody mad at him?
Yeah, I was like, "Are they upset because you have a dog that barks? Like, what's going on?"
Mm.
But
But
who
that's
knows?
pretty extreme
Yeah,
for a barking dog.
yeah,
Man.
yeah. I don't know. Don't know what's going on there, but
Oh my
who knows?
goodness. Okay, well, do you have a fun fact?
Do I have a fun fact? Do you have one? Because if you can share one, then I'll think.
I do. I have two. So I kept it on theme for Mother's Day. So,
Okay.
and I will say, I did forget to say minus AI when I looked this up. So this
Okay.
might be from AI, but
Okay.
most of the time I remember to say that. Um, so number one is that in the US, Mother's Day is the busiest day for phone calls of the whole year.
Okay. Fair enough.
And then number two is that the oldest mom on record to give birth was 74 years old, which I can't even. My last
I don't
one
even
almost
know.
took me out, I swear to God. So,
I don't know. I don't even know if I'm alive at that age. That's
I
crazy.
mean, I mean hopefully, but yeah, like imagine having a newborn at 74.
No, I don't want
Mm-mm.
to.
Take me
I'm
out.
good.
Mm-mm.
I'm good. Yeah. No, the newborn coming in is the one that's replacing me. Yeah.
You're here. I gave you life. Goodbye.
See ya. That's crazy. I do have a fun fact, but it's not on theme at all in
That's
the
fine.
slightest.
That's fine. I
Did you
originally
know?
had a different one and now I can't remember it. So that's why I went with Mother's Day.
Did you know that crickets hear from their knees?
I almost feel like I did know that, but that is crazy.
Yeah, they have eardrums close to their knees. They hear from their knees, which is crazy. It doesn't make any sense to me, but I'm
I wonder if it's because they're like so loud that wherever the noise that they
that's
make comes
fair.
out of has to be further away from there, maybe? I don't know.
That's fair. Otherwise, they'd like blow out their own eardrums.
Yeah, because they're real loud.
That's yeah, that's fair. Could be.
Wild.
We were
That
watching a
reminds me
YouTube
though.
video and I. Mhm.
Sorry, no, go ahead.
No, we were watching a YouTube video and that's where I learned that.
Okay. I did just remember I have another story, but did you talk to mom about what she got on Mother's Day?
No, what did she get?
Okay. She got a nothing bundt cake sent to her. Did she tell you about this?
Okay. Uh-uh.
She got a nothing bundt cake sent to her from our oldest brother.
What?
Yeah, yeah.
That's like at
And it
work?
just said like Happy Mother's Day. I don't know if it was at work or if it was at home, but she hasn't gotten like anything from him, even like communication, in so long. So it was
That's
so funny.
crazy.
This is what I love about her. She loves the tea too. So when we got to the winery, she like pulled up on her phone. She was like, "So I got this on Mother's Day," and I was like, "From your coworkers? Like what?" And she was like, "Nope." And I was like, "From who? From Dad?" She's like, "From your oldest brother." And I was like, "What?" Yeah. So
That's crazy.
yeah.
Wild.
Mhm.
I mean, glad she got a gift from
Mhm.
him, I guess, you know. I that's yeah, I don't have any I don't know. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Does he still talk to dad?
Mhm.
He does. He just doesn't talk to mom.
Mhm.
Do you know if he talks to our other brother?
Probably not. I would assume not.
Pretty spot on for the rest of her
Yeah.
life, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
So,
Fair enough.
but they do love like dropping like a random like present. There's never like, at least for me, there's never like a card or like a phone call or a text or anything like that. It will literally just be like, and this hasn't happened to me in like 6 years probably, but like it happened a couple times before then where I would just get like a package and I'm like, I don't know who this is from. And then I'd have to figure out through like our dad that it was from him. I
Yeah.
was like, why wouldn't he just like say? So weird.
I haven't gotten a single thing from him since 2016. Not a single
Well, I
thing.
think the last one was like 2020. So, I mean, yeah. And to be fair, it was for my daughter. And I do think it came from his wife. I don't think it came from him. But
Fair enough.
still,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I since 20 maybe honestly it was no, it was 2015 because it was Christmas and I hadn't like gone through my whole senior year yet. So yeah, 2015. Last combo, last thing he sent to me. So, but he did text me because of our dad. He texted me when I moved down here. Um, so yeah, invited me to come over and drink, and I was
Oh,
like, nope, I'm good. I think
yeah.
I'm all set on that.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah, no. Yeah, but anyway, I thought that was really funny. So,
interesting. Okay.
yeah.
I did have some tea for you, but I can't
Mm-hmm.
remember what it was. That was
Uh-huh.
something obviously you know I love drama and love tea.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, of course.
And yeah, I can't remember what it was. That's
Yeah.
unfortunate for
That's
everybody
unfortunate.
involved.
Did you have any music news? I don't have any because, again, I don't listen to anything new.
No, I've just been listening to more Noah Khan. I mean, I've been listening to it nonstop, really listening to podcasts about him talk about it and stuff like that. So it really like resonates with me. He has like a song about each sibling. He has a song about each parent, song about his wife, about him, what he wants his kids to feel about him in the future. So it's very, I don't know, the way I think about like music is like my music taste always changes when like something big is gonna happen in life.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I don't know, my music chase my music my taste in music has changed a little bit, and now it's very much like that folky um kind of rock that Noah Khan has. And obviously
Mm-hmm.
I always love rap and hip hop, but what I listen to on the daily is like that folky music.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope that means something good is gonna happen for me. but
I
who
think
knows?
folky, I think that means Michigan. I think.
Hey,
I'm
you
thinking
know where we
summer,
are.
I'm thinking crickets.
Which he does have multiple songs with crickets at the beginning or at the end which is funny. So
That is
yeah,
funny.
no, I agree. I agree. I mean, my wife is the one that brought it up a couple years ago. I was like, I want to move to Michigan, and I was like, I I just moved here. Like I just met you a year and a half ago. What are you talking about? She was like, we should move, and I was like, okay. So you know where we are in that
I
process,
know.
though.
I
So
know. I'm just saying, feel like that means it's on the horizon. That does remind me though, um, it's real cold still here. It's real cold.
is it?
It is. Today was
Is it?
nice. I went for a run. It was beautiful. But still the high was I think 63. So which was I mean, that's great for a run. Um
Yeah.
Yesterday was like a high of 45 and it was windy. It was freezing. So I don't know what's going on. I'm not gonna say I hate it because like I really don't like 90s, which last year like it was like really hot right now, which I know that doesn't mean anything in Texas, but here that's
Yeah.
really hot. But I'm like, can we at least have like 50s, 60s, please?
I mean, this weekend it looks like it's gonna be 80s,
Yep, and then it
but
goes back
then
down.
when we get there, yeah, when we get
Hmm.
there, it's gonna be back down, which is
Yep, yep.
fine. I'm
I'm a
fine with
little
that.
bit,
We're
except for I'm a little bit nervous for Memorial
right,
Weekend. Yeah, yeah.
right, yeah,
So we
right.
will see.
Well, we'll
Fingers
have
crossed.
we'll have a day where we just hang out at the house then, I guess.
No, I'm talking about the wedding.
Right. I
It's
know.
outside.
I think it's yeah, I think it's supposed to be fine on Saturday. I think it's supposed to be like 79 and sunny is that's what I just looked at the weather. So,
At the 10-day forecast?
you know how
That's
accurate
kind
weather
of
is.
what that's kind of what have you we were just talking about this with my best friend and her husband. Do you and your wife use the same weather app?
Yeah.
Oh, you do. Okay.
Mhm.
Me and Joel, different. My best friend, her husband, different. And we argue about like which one's accurate. Because they're never both right. They're never both the same and they're never both right.
Maybe you're onto something. I don't know.
It's like a little competition we have, and it's like how it's the weather.
Yeah. How can you be wrong? That's funny. I was
Mm-hmm.
trying to explain to our son about percentages of like rain
Mm-hmm.
because it's not like he was like, well, it's only a 40% chance. And I was like, no, that means that there's going to be rain, but only in a 40% of the area. And he was like,
Mm-hmm.
no. And I was like, yes. Yes. I was like, in your given area. And I explained it in depth, and he, about a minute in, was like, his eyes glazed over. He was
Like,
like,
please stop.
don't care.
Honestly, though, I think it's a conspiracy, so he may be right.
He might be right.
You
What
know,
if weather's not real? What if
man
it's
made.
not?
Man made. There was a day, I know we were kind of running late, but
Hmm.
there was a day recently, and I might have told you about this. I think it was about a month ago. I think it was like maybe early April. I swear the weather was AI generated. I felt weird all day. It was cold, and then 10 minutes later, it would be like warm. And then 10 minutes later, it would be cold. And it wasn't the wind, it wasn't windy. So it would be like, and I was outside because I was like with a client,
Hmm.
and it would be hot. I'd be like taking my sweatshirt off. And then 10 minutes later, I'd be like, oh my God, like I'm so cold. Like it feels like zero. And then it was sleeting, or no, not sleeting, hailing. It was hailing all day long. You know how hail is like usually only like a couple minutes, like during a storm? All day
Hmm.
long.
That's weird.
It
That is
was
strange.
the weirdest thing ever. I've
Hmm.
never experienced anything like that.
Strange.
Mm-hmm.
That is weird. I mean, I was gonna
Mm-hmm.
say like, oh, that's just Michigan, but the
Mm-mm.
hail is quite weird, to be honest with
Yeah,
you.
it would like do it for like 20 minutes, then it would stop, then like do it for another 20 minutes, but it was all day long. And
Hmm.
like specifically remember I was talking to one of my employees like outside, and it would be warm, and then all of a sudden I'd be like shivering. it was so weird. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's no fun at all.
Hmm.
But I mean, I don't know. We've been strictly like high 80s, low 90s, so I think I'd take that. But which, I mean, speaking of which, we have a week and then we'll be there. So we won't be doing a pod next week. I assume we'll have a lot of family stuff going on, so we
Hmm.
won't be doing
Hmm.
that. But yeah, we'll be there next week. But I think that brings us to our close of our episode, unless you have anything else you wanted to bring up or talk about.
I don't think so.
Cool. Okay. Sounds good. Well, I appreciate you being here. Thank you all for watching.
Yes. Yes,
And
thank
we'll be
you.
back in about 2 weeks. So.
Probably.